Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about why does black magic affect some worse than others. There's three reasons for this. Well, there's three things that determine how fast and how aggressive a person is going to get hit with black magic. One being the way that you do it, the way that you put your work together. So that can be candle magic, dolls, or jars. Two can be a person's age, their vitality, and three being their environment. So in regards to the preparation of it, if you do candles, it can be pretty aggressive, dolls can be pretty aggressive, and jars can be pretty aggressive. But depending upon the spirit in which you put into, each of these things and the process in which you do it, that determines how hard a person is going to get hit and the time frame in which you're going to get hit. Candles typically work faster than dolls and jars. Jars tend to take a little bit of a longer time than dolls and candles. So depending on how you do it, that determines the time period of manifestation and the way in which it manifests as well. In regards to a person's age, when you are working with the spirits of the dead, the cemetery spirits and stuff like that, a person's vitality is a huge factor in how long it's going to take and what is going to transpire. So a person who's in their 20s clearly has a lot of vitality compared to a person who is in their 50s. So when you put the mold on them, or what's the other word I'm looking for? The dead. When you put the dead on them, it's going to take a longer time for the person who's 20 to be affected than the person who is 50. Illnesses and diseases will start to manifest quicker on the person who's 50 than the person who's in their 20s. In regards to environment and lifestyle, that is a huge factor as well, because a person who is constantly living the fast life, constantly doing dangerous things, the spirit has more of an opportunity to hit that person, more of a leverage for things to go wrong in the life of that person, because they're constantly in dangerous environments doing dangerous acts. Whereas the person who does nothing but go to church every Sunday is going to be, it's going to take a longer time for the spirit to hit them, because it doesn't have many avenues to do things to them. So the most that it'll probably be able to do to them is, little accidents here and there, or it'll start to erode that person's health. But in regards to, crazy, tragic things happening to them, not saying it's impossible, but it's highly unlikely considering they're not putting themselves in that environment. See, when you do black magic, what you're doing is surrounding a person's reality with higher possibilities of things to go wrong. But if that person is not really doing much, there's not much for that spirit to work with. So what you're trying to do is get a person caught in a cycle of negative energy, or in a field of negative energy where things can go wrong. But that person has to actively step into that environment, or the spirit has to make certain events transpire that are, out of the ordinary. But anyways, that's all for this video, because I know a lot of people have questions in regards to why, if they do some black magic, it might hit this person quicker than it hits the other person. They start thinking that it's not working, things like that, not realizing for some people it just takes longer because they have higher vitality, or even they're just not in as bad of an environment as the first person you might have put some magic on. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe.